Who's outside the house? Hey! Hello! Hello! Good to see you. Why is she walking by? Where? Hello, everyone. I just want to say one thing. I hope everyone's doing as good as I am. Or is it well? I hope everyone's doing as well as I am. I know you're not supposed to use the word retard, but I don't care. Retard and midget. This is the most retarded market I've ever seen, but part of the reason I think it's retarded is that it's diminishing the idea of having some sort of skill set. But then you have a day where you need skills. The skill enough, maybe not skill. Let's say knowledge. The knowledge enough to put this market into good use. Because this is now the Siberian outpost market. You know about the Siberian outpost? Back in the day when Kenny Glick was a younger trader. What's up, my man? Back in the day when I was a younger trader, it was a brand new experience for us because we never seen the market go up the way it was doing. You know, stocks we used to have a double click, maybe a Netscape, an iOmega. You know, a new product. It was iOmega. It was a zip drive. It was It was better than the old floppy disk, and it was fantastic. You couldn't get enough of the iOmega, right? And then there was Zolt. Remember Zolt? They made carbon fiber, and they were able to manufacture the carbon fiber 80% cheaper than anybody else at the time, and the stock was going crazy. And it made sense. Most stocks didn't do that, but every once in a while you had a monster stock, and it would go up all the time. iOmega, Zolt, cancer breakthroughs, and then you had the double click advertising on the internet. That was exciting. And then or the internet providers and all that shit. It kind of made sense. And then suddenly nothing made sense because every stock went up. It didn't even matter. And then there was Siberian Outpost, right? We didn't know what the stock was. By the way, it doesn't say Ford. It says fucked because we're all fucked. There was Siberian Outpost, right? Siberian Outpost. We're sitting around. The stocks are going up every day. We're looking for something to buy. Hey, did you see that commercial? The guy's shooting gerbils through a cannon into a bullseye. I think it was a hamster. Irregardless if it was a hamster or a gerbil or a fucking guinea pig, he's shooting these rodents out of a goddamn cannon into a goddamn bullseye. So what's it to you? I don't know. I'm buying the stock tomorrow. And that was the thought process. This guy's shooting gerbils out of a goddamn cannon. I'm buying the stock. So what does that bring us to today? Today, the stock was da-da. Okay? So you know you like IPOs. The market never goes down. IPOs that break prior day highs are generally a good buy, but when they break all-time highs, like DraftKings, like Yext, even Alibaba, any IPO that breaks all-time highs is worth buying. And usually you make money that day, if not the next day and the next day and the next day. Remember DraftKings? Remember Zoom, when nobody gave a shit about Zoom and then suddenly it broke all-time highs? Where'd that one go? Oh, only up 180 points. DocuSign, Coop Software. Doesn't matter. It's a symbol. It's letters in price. All-time highs, buy it. So, FMCI. By the way, to my people out there that don't think I give recommendations on these chat shows, how about FMCI warrants at $1.80? Remember that day? Still in them. They hit 620 today. Because that's how the stock market works. Every stock you buy should go up at least 100 to 150% within a couple of days after you buy them. Because that's how it works now. I don't know how long that's going to last, but right now that's what it's all about. So when Dada started going up, buy it, right? Hey, it broke VWAP. Starts with a VWAP break. Starts with a VWAP break, and then it breaks the prior day high. So that's momentum. Momentum meets VWAP meets a dumb idea. And let me tell you, the dumbest idea was, let's buy Dada because of Father's Day. And a little technical analysis, a little momentum, a little fear of missing out, and a dumb idea all combines for a 5-point move. And you make yourself 50 grand on 10,000 shares. Why not? Why not? This retirement shit's fun, man. Listen, man, since I retired 2 weeks ago, I haven't had a losing trade except for Groupon short, but I made up for that today. Oh, did I make up for that today? You want to know why? Let me explain something, right? A reverse stock split, if you don't know. Look, education, all in a matter of 5 minutes. Look at all this education. 5 minutes. The world is being handed to you right here. I don't even know what I was saying now. Wait. Oh, shorting. Reverse stock splits. You know what that is? That's when a stock keeps going down. And then they reverse split it, meaning it was $1 and then it goes back to 10 because they take that many shares out of the market. So now there's less liquidity, you have less shares. So if you owned 100 shares at 100 and the stock went to $1, they bring the stock back to 10. So now you've only got 10 shares. But meanwhile, your money hasn't changed. And all basically the stock does is go right back down. It's a form of manipulation. Before they delist the stock, they reverse split it to give this illusion that it's valuable again. They'll take a $2 stock and suddenly it's at $30. You know what that stock usually goes? Right back down to $2 because the company's worthless, like dry ships. So knowing that, and knowing that Groupon is a has-been worthless company, as most of these stocks are, because I'm a bear and I hate the stock market and most of these companies are worthless, I shorted it. And the fucker went up right in my face. But I wasn't going to let that happen. I wasn't going to take a loss. So I shorted more and it went up another day. And then I shorted a little bit more. So what started as a goofy trade, let's see what happens here with the Groupon short. Suddenly I'm down $800 on a freaking retarded trade. But then they report earnings. I'm not going to hold it into their earnings report because maybe this thing's going to go up another 40 or 50 points. I don't know. Maybe it was. But then it opened up this morning and there was nobody left to buy it. You know what we call that the earnings reversal. And I know you had to be there for it, but we weren't because we were looking at Groupon the whole time since the reverse splits. And now they report earnings and the earnings were, does it matter what the earnings were? Stock is at $30, nobody's buying it. $29.50, nobody's buying it. $29, nobody's buying it. $28.75, nobody's buying it. So once that thing breaks back below the range from the pre-market, you got to be shorting this thing. And thank God, usually with these worthless reverse stock split bullshits, they don't have any stocks available to short. But this one did. Oh, how they did. And we stayed short the whole freaking day. So my new thing now, as I'm evolving as a trader, right? Remember, what's Jay Snip? Every time it's Jay Snip, I know a guy named Jay Snip. You know Jay Snip? I remember Halliburton. I love Halliburton. Why? Do you know something I don't know? What happened? Where's Halliburton? What happened to Halliburton? Jay Snip. What's Jay Snip? I know a Jay Snip. His first name is Jay. His last name is Snip. Oh, wait a minute. Or was it Pip? Or it could have been Pip. Joe Pip. No, Joe Pez. Joe Pez was his name, not Jay Snip. Joe Pez. I'm confused. You know, Jay Snip, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you're making me lose my train of thought. What are we talking about? Data? FMCI? I don't know now. What are we talking about? Groupon! Right. So, this company's going to zero. So, we started shorting it right at the open, thinking, hey, if it breaks 30, we'll just take an ass raping. But we're probably going to be right on this one, right? Next thing you know, 27.50, we're hammering this thing. 27.50, we're shorting more. 25. Now, I'm not going to fuck around and say I was shorting more. But I covered some at 25 because, I mean, you got to take the money, right? I mean, eventually, you know,
somebody was telling me that they're up 300 grand in their portfolio. And I said, it doesn't mean shit, because if you need to go buy something, you can't walk into the car dealership with your mask on. Oh, where's my mask? Shit, are we all right not to be wearing masks right now? I don't want to give any of you guys computer viruses through cyberspace. I might spittle on the screen. Look out. Make sure you got your mask on. You can't walk into the store with the portfolio and say, I'd like to buy this car. Look how much I'm up in my account. It doesn't work like that. You actually have to sell and then get the money. Then you could buy things with it. So, your stock goes up 80% in 3 days like FMCI. I mean, you should sell some. But if you sell it, it goes up 8 points the next day. And then if you sell it then, guess what? Then the next thing you know, it goes up another 40. And then it's a VTIQ Nicola situation. And you make 6 grand on a trade, and 3 days later, it should have been 69,000. It's very upsetting. That's why you don't sell your whole position at one price. Oh, I did it. There it is. Be careful. I just spit on the thing. Be careful. It's headed your direction right now. I am ready. What do you know? Get ready. It's happening. Oh, I'm starting my own movement. Now, I'm not a religious guy. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I think this is a simulated reality. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me, because if you want to think that this is some kind of reality, whether or not you want to base yourself in reality, but what is reality? It's the reality that you make it, right? That's why I was way off base. Why was I taking this whole Trump presidency so serious? Now I seen the light. It's a comedy. Ha! Now I feel much better. Don't take it serious. It's not supposed to be made serious. You're not supposed to be taking it serious, and let the whole world burn. So you know who had to figure it out? The Joker and Michael Keaton as the original Batman. Oh, no, not the other guy, Michael Caine. Some men just want to see the world burn. Sorry, that was not a good impersonation of Michael Keaton. That was more of a Sean Connery there. I mean, let me conjure up the Michael Caine. Oh, can't do it. I got Sean Connery on the brain right now. But you get the idea. Some men just want to see the world burn. And then there's jokers and idiots. And that's what we got. Society. But you know what? Good thing this race war came around. How else were we going to cure the virus? And remember, if we would just stop testing, there would be no more new cases. Genius in its simplicity. Genius in its idea. Fantastic. Don't test. No more virus. What are we going to do with all those beautiful, perfect tests? I don't know. Throw them away. So what have I been doing? I have been living the freaking dream. I work for 2 hours a day. I go outside. Tomorrow we're going to broadcast from outside. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I've been chopping wood. I'm jacked right now. I'm going to get all my new tattoos as soon as we're allowed back into the tattoo parlor. I'm freaking jacked. I'm only eating like 8 hours a day. No, it's like 6 hours a day. I fast from 9 till 1 the next day. So what is that? 9 to 9 would be 12. Then 12. So 9 to 9 is 12. And so 10, 11, 12, 1, 4, and 9. 13 hours. I fast for 13 hours a day, and I'm feeling freaking fantastic. Not eating at night, best. I don't get the raw when I'm trying to fall asleep. So anyway, what were we talking about? Groupon, the market's full of retard. All you got to do is punch a button. You want to see charts? I'll give you all the charts you want. Speaking of charts, June 27th. What? No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about it. What I am going to talk about is profit taking. What do you do? What do you do when the market goes up every day? You got to sell something. What are you going to sell? I don't know. Home builders? Yeah. Every SPAC play is going up. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to broadcast tomorrow. I'm going to show you my tomato plants. I got 3 tomato plants, 4 cucumbers, 2 sunflowers, edamame, and some string beans. And I'm chopping mad wood. Bro, chopping wood rules. I chopped down 8 trees in my yard. I got 16 acres of land back there. Crazy. I'm building a bomb shelter. So I had to move all the trees. So now that I got all the trees, and the guy said, hey, you want me to take these trees? I'm like, nah, leave them right there. I'll take care of the trees. He's like, what are you going to do with the trees? I'm like, I'm going to chop the trees. He's like, that's a lot of trees. I was like, I know, I'm going to be chopping for years. He's like, that's like 5 years worth of wood. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm going to chop that fucking wood. And boom, I started chopping that wood yesterday. Oh my God. At first I couldn't get through it. I thought maybe the wood was too wet or something, but damn it, I got the inertia going. I watched a YouTube video of real men. I am not a real man. I'm a flimsy weakling. But I got the speed and the inertia and the whole chopping motion down, slamming these things, hammering them. I bought a goddamn rack. I already filled up 1 rack of I bought an 18-foot rack. Filling this bad boy up. Tomorrow we're gonna start filming from outside. We're gonna trade. Oh, by the way, speaking of traders, I'm still hiring. I got money. I got monies. Who wants money? Who wants money? Who wants money? I'm giving money away. But if you do 1 trade in any of my accounts without proper authorization, you're fired. Why would you blow that opportunity? I'll give you 10 grand in an account, no strings attached. 1 string attached. If you do any trades in the account without proper authorization, I come to your house with 3 guys and we beat the living shit out of you. Can you handle the pressure? 1 strike and you're done. Because on a day like this, and a day like yesterday, and a day like Monday, and a day like Friday, and a day like Thursday, I need more people. Because I'm going out growing my edamame, and I come back, and this whole market's ripping without me. I need somebody there to man the ship. I'll give you the ideas. You sit there and watch. And I'll give you, if this thing breaks 1925, buy 500 shares with a stop on 300 at 1875 and 200 at 1850, offer out at $20, and then in quarter increments on top of that if it continues to go. This is not hard. It's not your money. There's no fear in, oh, well, I missed it. The power went out in my house. I didn't hear you properly about the idea. Oh, I thought you said another symbol. Oh, I thought you were talking about Schlaba, not Baba. I've heard every excuse. I've heard every excuse now. But I am living the dream, and you could live that dream too. You too could work only 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day and make more than most of your friends. We are not the super elite rich people here now. But if you're making 250, 350, 455, 2 get you 3, 3 get you 4, 4 get you 5. Look, if you could consistently make $200, you can make $300. You know why? Because all you do is add 20 more shares to all your positions, and suddenly you're tacking on another $10, right? And then you break it, and you bust it out to like, a little, like a 20% increase, a little bit. You don't want to trade over your head. One guy was afraid. I'm afraid of Groupon. It's a $20 stock. Where's it going to go? Short 600 shares. I don't know. You know what it is? The brown man, I insulted him a little bit. If you're out there, brown man, I know I insulted you because I could see by the look in your face nobody talked to you the way you did that night, huh? So maybe you don't know the whole story. Me and the brown man were out partying, right? We were fucking drinking, hooting and hollering, just ripping some shit. Grabbed a burrito in the middle of it, all through that. Eating burritos, drinking vodka, having the time of our lives. Next thing you know, here comes the vaporizers and the weed and all kinds of things. And he says to me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't what? I wouldn't do that. You don't want to be crossfading. Crossfading, we didn't even get to the club yet. No. Crossfading. You smoke weed, you're going to get all fucked up, and then you're going to want to sit in a corner. The night's going to be over. And I said, maybe that's you. I'm a professional. Maybe you crossfade. This is just going to add to the excitement of the night. 4 vodkas and a couple of vape blasts. That's my time to rock. And he's warning me I'm going to be crossfading. So I was like, maybe because you're a pussy. Oh, and I can see by the look on his face, nobody's ever said anything to him in any negative connotation. He was like, oh shit, this guy just called me a pussy. And it was all good fun. We're guys. That's what you do. You rip on each other. And I could see the look on his face. And we've never been friends ever again since that night. You crossfading, bruh. You're crossfading. I think he's talking about scratching. Crossfading. I had to Google the term. I thought he was fucking around. I went to the Urban Dictionary. Let's see, crossfading in the Urban Dictionary. Let's see what the proper definition. Crossfading Urban Dictionary. You don't want to be crossfading now. When you, oh wait, I like this. Crossfading. When you high as shit, but shit-faced drunk at the same time. I took 7 bong rips and 5 shots. I was crossfaded as fuck. Crossfaded. Drunk and high at the same time, preferably equal parts. I'm so high and drunk, I'm crossfaded. Crossfaded. To be drunk and high. This is the preferred method of getting faded for many. I've had 5 beers before lighting up a blunt, and then 4 more shots of Southern Comfort. I was hella crossfaded. Crossfaded. Stoned and drunk at the same time. Marijuana plus alcohol. Pete was so crossfaded last night he fell asleep on top of his girlfriend during sex. Crossfaded. Crossfaded. The act of getting high on marijuana and the Holy Spirit simultaneously. Try this dank right here. It's called Proverbs 4:20. You'll get so crossfaded you'll wake up in 3 days in a cave. My preacher is my dealer, so you know I'm always crossfaded come Sunday morning. Praise the Lord. I don't know about that one, but crossfaded, being intoxicated by one or more concentrated substances at any given time, most likely cannabis, parentheses, marijuana, and ethanol, otherwise known as alcohol. The first time I crossfaded, it was so intense I almost couldn't handle it. So most of these are not negative connotations to crossfading the way he made it sound. But you know what? I enjoy being crossfaded because that, for me, I can handle. Now, I understand if you're a high school kid and you're drinking and then you smoke, you get the spins and then your whole night's wrecked. And then someone says, then next thing you know, you're dry heaving. And some girl comes up, oh, he's got the dry heaves. He's got the dry heaves. Oh, give him something to eat. And then she's trying, oh, just give him something to eat. He'll feel better. And you're heaving, and the girl's there trying to shove food in your face. He's crossfading. No, he's dry heaving. How he's dry heaving and crossfading all at the same time. Get him a sandwich. Cocaine, hell of a drug. Speaking of drugs, and the retarded market that we're in right now, RPRX, right? What do? Who cares? Stock broke a new high, buy it. So somebody wanted to know, is this similar to the 1999 move in the market? Yes, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, but better. You know why? Because those stocks genuinely were worthless. These companies have yet to be determined if some of them are worthless, but right now, these are legitimate companies. People are grabbing onto these SPAC plays, anything that's moving, any IPO that's hot, and everybody wants to be a part of it. So for me, what I've been doing is, again, I own a bunch of stuff right now. Again, not a dent of what I used to rock in the market, but every time I do a good trade, like a Groupon short, or, well, today was basically Groupon short. That was really the whole day.
Groupon short and Dada. So I'll take some money off the table and I'll go buy some of that stock that I like Halliburton, But, I'm kind of getting bored of Halliburton, even though I still like it here. But that trade was phenomenal. But I did buy more FMCI. Oh, and I'm going to tell you right now, my friends, I know you missed it from 11:40 and it hit 20 today. I'm going to let you know a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. When it breaks 20, buy it. Seriously, buy it. Right? Now, I'm not saying if it gaps up over 20, just rip into it tomorrow morning. If it's down for a couple of days and consolidates that $20 number that it hit today, when it breaks 20, buy it. It's going to go higher. That has been now working now for about 6 weeks. These people who are bringing all these IPOs to market are not stupid. They're bringing these IPOs out right now because they know people are hungry just to hit the buy button. So go with that motif. Go with that MO. Do it. Here's some other ones you want to look at. GPAQ. Sounds like a DPAQ. Wasn't he a GPAQ? Wasn't he a hockey player? GPAQ, OPES, ACEL. We're in this BETZ, BETZ. It's a combination of other stocks in the gambling industry. We obviously still got, ADPT is not an IPO. It's an old school IPO, last year IPO. But that has been what we're doing. Give me an IPO that breaks an all-time high. I'm in. So the only one, which is so sick to say, because there's about 20 of them, right? We're out of the ZI. That was fun for a couple of days. WMG, that was pretty cool for a couple of days. The only one that I'm not making money on, and that's insane to even say out loud. And again, these are not big positions, usually 300, 400 shares. SelectQuote. I know. SelectQuote. What? SelectQuote. What? See, my dog knows. This is the only stock I'm not making money on right now. SelectQuote. But I'm telling you now, either I'm taking a couple of $1,000 hit, right? And I'm going to dump it if it breaks all-time lows. But I'm guaranteeing you this. Not guarantee you that it goes higher. I'm guaranteeing you this, and I'm going to leave right now. When SLQT breaks 29 intraday, I'll be there. I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I bought it at 29, and it didn't work. So now that it's been almost a week and a half since I did that, right now I'm losing money on the position. I bought at 27.50, and I bought more at 29. So now it's a real loss. Starting to get a little ugly. And again, check this out. Even if I sell it for a loss when it breaks 20, I don't get my charts up. Who gives a shit? 25.30, I think it is. Even if I have to take the loss on this one, hear me now. One day, I'll give you my phone number, 917-521-4827. Whenever that day happens, SLQT, call me. Remind me, when it breaks 29, I'm buying it. So even if that stock goes down and tanks now back to 17.50 and goes to zero, and it's call me right now. We're talking stocks live on the internet. You're on the line. Can we put you on live on the show? What? This is not a shoe where we're talking about the SPAC plays, sir. Do you know anything about the GPAQ or the OPES or the DraftKings or maybe this SLQ or we're talking about FMCI as our new winner this week? Do you know anything about that one? Yeah, talk to me.
I know about Dick Nuggets. DKNG made some money there.
Dick Nuggets. That's now we're going to call the stock Dick Nuggets from now on. I like that. You're actually live. You're live on the broadcast right now on YouTube. Yes. We won't give you a real name. Let's call you Checkbooks.
Well, Harry Cronin.
Yes. Checkbooks, I know you've been doing well in the market lately. What do you think about this philosophy? The market's so hot. You remember Siberian Outpost when they were shooting gerbils through a cannon back in 1999, and we bought the stock and it went up 3,000%? Probably don't remember. I don't know if you were trading back
I
then.
don't.
So there was a stock came out about a week and a half ago called DADA, DADA, right?
Yeah.
And every IPO has been hot, right?
Yep.
So we were waiting for it to make its turn, and today it finally turned, broke over the VWAP, everything I like. And I was joking around with the boys and girls, saying, "Hey, look, wouldn't it be amazing if the stock broke out to all-time highs because it's Father's Day on Sunday?" And that was the premise, because this market has gone full retard. Would you agree? We're in full retard. Full retard. This market. Full retard. Did you ever think we'd be at all-time highs come whatever month this is, June? Right.
Well, we're not at all-time highs.
Pretty much.
Where's that? I'm not familiar with that.
DADA. I think it's a Chinese company. I have no idea what they do, but we just bought the symbol and the price yesterday because it broke back over like 15 and change. We held a little bit. Today it broke out, and we bought as it broke 1750 and then broke in $20 in the aftermarket. But that's the kind of market we're in. The idea of doing, and you're a fundamental kind of guy. I know you like doing research.
I do.
I believe that
I do realize that this market makes no sense.
no sense at all. There's no fundamental analysis whatsoever at all.
None. Fundamentals have gone out the door. Perception is reality. And as long as you could play that, knowing it's going to be, I don't know. I don't know if it's thinking around two corners or thinking around four corners, which brings you back to square one. I don't know what this market doesn't make sense.
Yes, but in that, once you embrace, and that's how now I've embraced all of society. I tried to fight reality for a while. I was like, how could this market be doing it? The market's disconnected from reality. I get it.
It is.
You know what also I've been getting crazy about? Society and what we're having here. Pandemic, crazy people in the White House, and now we got a race war going on. None of this could be real. I mean, this seems like we're in a script, right? So instead of being angry about it and frustrated, embrace it as a fucking comedy that we're being like we're puppets on an alien TV show.
I'm okay with that. Look, I'm not letting the market make money without me, even if it is crazy.
Exactly.
So
everybody hates the market when it goes up every day. Why? Everybody's so pissed off. I'm like, be a part of it.
well, look. Now that the Fed is going to be buying corporate bonds, that's called as good a floor as possible. Okay,
I agree.
that we know. Okay, so that there is that backstop. I would say I ended up going on a nice little buying tear after that, and I did go with kind of a little bit stronger, more mature tech companies. I loaded up on Microsoft again. Because it's so crazy, I almost feel, okay, I'm not going to sideline. I am going to get back in a little bit more, but I'm not going to go, with such volatile. I'm not going to go with the TECLs. I'm not going to go with the TVIXs. I'll go with a little bit more established names and kind of get back into SQ. SQ has been running lately. I'm loving SQ. And I also, actually, what else was I bought a shitload of? I mean, I'm loving Zoom. I'm still in ZM.
I can't believe that stock hasn't sold off yet. But I mean,
It
it's a great market. And again, you don't have to, figure it out too much. You put a stop on your trade. If it rolls over and starts going down, you get out, and that's it. You're going to sacrifice something on the way down.
I said, look, I'm always a market order kind of guy. But yeah, stop losses. Put in stop losses. Put in stop limits. Don't do any naked. Don't do any naked trades. I mean,
I love naked.
I know, but dude,
I'm selling naked puts. It's more of it's a bullish play. I got a naked puts right now. I never wear pants when I do these videos. Say, brother, let me. I'll call you back after I get off the air. I'm just gonna wrap it up. All right. All right, see. Dude's been killing it too, man. So yeah, I mean, it is very forgiving, this market, right? That's what's also great about it. That's why I'm in shock that I'm actually losing money on a long trade. So far, any trade that you've given 3 days, you've made your money back. Other than biotech stocks that have got pumped up, or like a stock like One or U1, right? UONE, right? The stock's been $1 for 18 years and it rips to 40. If you're the guy that bought it at 35, you are probably not going to get your money back no matter how bullish this market is. All right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you buy DraftKings at 36 and it pulls back $1 for a day. Hang in. Hang in there. You're going to get out with a profit, however long it takes. Again, no matter when you bought Halliburton, unless you top ticked it at 16.35, which was where we were selling most of it, you're still going to wind up getting profit on that one, but you might have to wait 18 months to a year to get back up to, 17, 18, 19. Because now you got the top is in, chances are you're going to be consolidating. Well, then again, you would assume. If you're trading stocks like you won, that's the kind of stock you got to be thinking, I can't wait to short this piece of shit. And to me, the entire market is you won. Because I don't care what you're saying about the passive money coming in, the manipulation by the government. I get all that. You can't fight $12 trillion being poured into the market. But you saw the Thursday sell-off, right? That's what's out there waiting for us. And it's going to be there. You're going to get those now, I think, a little bit more often. So if you could withstand the flash crashes and those momentary sell-offs, I'm telling you, QQQ is a juggernaut. And I've been selling SQQ calls naked all over the place, knowing that they're not going to go up. Do you understand? Right now, I have 300 of them, right? I'm exposed to a sell-off. But the SQQ is at $8. Oh, wait a minute. We did the math on this one already, right? For the SQQ to go to $65, that would mean the market has to go down 90%. The market's not going down 90%, right? But let's say the QQQ drops 50% tomorrow. The fucking world is exploding. I got 260 calls written, right? $65 calls, right? If the Qs go down 50%, that would mean the SQQ has to go up a whopping 150 to match that tomorrow. So where does that bring you? The SQQ up 150% would be what? What's 3 times 8? 24. Nowhere near 65. I'm selling those anytime the market goes down. I sell SQQ calls. Knowing that come January, those are going to expire worthless. And it's free money. So instead of having money in the bank, I'm shorting SQQ calls and I'm shorting UVXY calls. I have an account just for that. And then you got your day trades. Groupon, probably my favorite trade of the year so far because I got my revenge. The trade worked. I milked it, and I'm still short Groupon. I still think this thing's going to go to zero. And it's very hard to short stocks in this market because we hardly ever go down. But when you find the ones that are going down, you know they must really, really suck to be going down in this market. Those are the ones you want to hammer. And that's why I'm kind of thinking I'm going to lose money on SelectQuote. But it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to take losses. It's okay to be wrong. Just don't stay wrong. SelectQuote breaks $25. That's it. So if it's at 17, I don't want to get an email from one of you. Hey, how's that SelectQuote doing for you? Tough guy. I don't know. I sold it at 25 for a $2,000 hit. What can I do? Can't win on every trade. All right? Stay fucked. Smoke weed. Stop taking all this shit seriously. It doesn't matter who's president. Biden, Trump, doesn't matter. Help me make money so I can run for president in 4 years. I'll have some fun with it, right? Because I don't got time for that shit right now. I was going to do a comedy bit about me running for president. I think I'd be a great president. I'm right in the middle of all this controversy. I didn't even get to the whole point about my life matter and stupid people's lives matter. Midget retardeds' lives matter. Nobody cares about the stupid retards. The retards, the midgets, nobody's caring. Jewish, half-wit, retarded midgets. We need a movement, and I think it's coming. I think everybody gets to riot at least once a month. Burn it all down. It's all comedy anyway, right? Can't take it serious. All right, get bent. And if you need me, I'll be
in my office from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock every day. All right. And then I'm going to go out tomorrow. I'm going to show you my plants. I promise. I'm going to go out in my massive estate that I live in. I'm only joking. It's not that massive. But I do have some land back there. I cut down the trees. I'll show you my wood chopping. I'll show you all my new axes. I'll show you my guns and where I'm getting all of my new tattoos. All right? Let's all relax. Let's have some fun. I've lost my way. Taking this whole thing serious. Like this is real. This can't be real. This is a hello. I'm waiting for the applause or the comedy reel. I am the Matrix. There he goes. Marcus, I leave this guy. I leave him with one job. Dada, if it breaks 1850, buy me 500 shares. And where are you? No, I didn't hear you say that. So tomorrow we're going to try it again. I will leave you with a few tasks, with prices, with outs, with entries, with outs, with stops. And your job is just to manage the money, my man. Manage it. No, but it was an all-time high break on an IPO. Every one of those has worked. Until it stops working, we have to keep doing it, man. That's the nature of this market. Until whatever this is stops working, keep doing what we're doing. And then we'll morph. But the bottom line is the VWAP reversals consistently work. All right, check the chart out that I put up there. I see ya. Oh, and I wound up getting the Remington 1100 tactical. So I got the Keltec Sub 2000, and I got the Remington 1100 tactical, and I'm going to get the Beretta semi-auto. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I was all bent because to get a handgun or a pistol, as they call them in the town, I got to go through a whole process. I got to find 2 witnesses that say I'm not a lunatic, which is hard enough. I got to file all new paperwork, right? And just to get a handgun. But am I really going to go to battle with a handgun? Hell no. I'm going into battle with 2 freaking semis strapped to my back, holding my Ruger AR. That's what I'm going into battle with. And then I got my Smith & Wesson and I got my Glock anyway. What do I need more pistols for? Screw it. I'm just going to spend all my money on semi-auto shotguns because, damn, those are awesome. 8x1. I got 9 shots. Oh, man. I'm going to kick some ass in the Armageddon. I'm ready. All right, on that note, I'll show you my bomb shelter tomorrow and my cherry tomato plants. They're coming in. I know, Jersey, the worst. The worst. All right, be careful out there, all right? The market's going to get you eventually. Just remember, be on your toes. Click out.